This is CBT News special coverage of the 2023 NADA show.
Hey everyone, Jim Fitzpatrick with CBT News right here at the NADA 2023 convention in Dallas, Texas. We're joined by Adam Robinson, who's the CEO of Hireology. I know that you know this gentleman and the brand that he represents, so thank you, Adam, for stopping by the booth.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, how's the show going?
It's great. It's great. We were talking earlier. It feels like a real NADA again.
It does. Yeah. It does. Yeah, there's dealers out here that are, they're both coming off of a couple of, I say, a few really good years. Okay, so they're looking for new ways, new technologies. Really to streamline their businesses. It's all about saving money, right? Moving ahead. We might see some headwinds.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like everybody knows it's been too good.
Yeah,
and that it's not going to be as good. It's going to be pretty good.
That's right.
That's
right.
Preparing for what's next. Yeah. Now's the time.
Yeah.
Now's
so
the time.
Let's talk about what's next. We're looking at the dealership structure and the dealership salespeople. It has been, I don't want to say like shooting fish in a barrel for the last 2 years, because there might be some salespeople that say, no, I'm a great salesperson, and I'll give it to them. There are. But it's going to be different than it has been in the last couple of years, where every customer that walks in, you go, yeah, there's the sticker price of the car. Let's sit down. You can order it. Look at me. I just made a huge deal.
Right.
And,
the easiest $3,000 I've ever made in my life.
Exactly right. So where does it go now from here? You've got those same individuals that are now staffing your dealerships that say, wait a minute, this is a whole new ballgame. I was making 10, 12, 15, some cases $20,000 a month or more, and we know that that's not going to last, right?
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. If you're new to the car business, selling vehicles in the last 24 months,
right,
and you think this is how it is, this ain't how it is.
No, it isn't.
Right?
No.
This is as good as it's ever been.
That's right.
To be in sales.
That's right.
But this isn't selling.
Yeah.
Right? It's, as you say, it's order taking.
Yeah.
It's navigating inventory shortages.
Yeah. That's right.
And we are not in an environment where we have to really compete. You're selling the car that you have.
That's right.
Right? And that's just different. And so, dealers are asking us, how do we prepare our staff for a 50% pay cut next year?
That's right.
That's effectively what we think is going to happen.
That's right. That's right. There's no question about it. So talk to us about the new features that Hireology's got. You guys enjoy such a good name out there in the marketplace for dealers that want to take their hiring and recruitment and because today it's all about getting the right people, but most importantly, keeping those right people, right?
That's right.
So,
and we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Recruiting is a selling process.
Yeah.
It's a sales and marketing process.
It is.
And so, the biggest thing that dealers can do today to be successful is to move the process along more quickly.
Yeah.
It's the single most important factor to winning that individual who's interviewing on average with looking at 15 other job opportunities.
No kidding, 15. Wow.
It's the speed to response to their application.
Right.
It's the speed to get them in the store to talk with them, and it's the speed to get the offer out.
Yeah.
And what, we're coaching dealers to stop using email, move fully to text in your recruiting process.
Okay.
Be ready to make offers in the store the first time they come in.
Okay.
Don't make them come back for the second interview 2 days later. They're in the store.
Yeah.
You close the deal there.
That's right. If you need to, if they have to talk to other managers, maybe have the managers lined up to say, if the GM wants to meet you and the sales manager wants to meet you and the F&I manager wants to meet you, you do your homework, Mr. Dealer or Mrs. Dealer.
Be ready.
And have those people prepared rather than come back on Wednesday, come back on Friday.
Yeah, it's about respecting their time and giving the candidates time, giving them a great experience.
That's right. It used to be that we felt as though the applicant coming into the dealership to get a job, they were very fortunate. They were lucky for us to even be talking to them.
I'm the one with the job. Like, you sell me.
Exactly.
That's
not that way
anymore.
anymore.
Done because we're not just competing with other dealers. We're competing with every other employer.
That's right.
Paying $20 an hour.
That's right.
With benefits, which I know you care a lot about.
That's right.
With benefits and sick time and vacation and tuition reimbursement and a 401k.
Yeah.
And work-life balance. All of those things are table stakes now.
That's right.
For employment, not just in this industry, but in all industries.
That's right. And they're going to be coming in to wonder, to take a look at what your presentation to them looks like to acquire them as talent, right? The days of kind of leaning back in chair and say, well, let me tell you a little bit about our dealership, and we've been here since 1934, and we have 20 stores, and that's all well and good. but what's in it for me as the applicant? You know, what are the benefits to me working there? What's the career path?
And you nailed it. There are three things that matter more than anything else to the job seeker in this market. Number one is schedule flexibility.
Okay.
Right? If I come to work for you,
right,
things happen in my life, are you going to work with me?
Right.
Right? So, you know, it's work within the context of my life, number one.
Right.
Schedule flexibility. Number two is a career path.
Right.
If I come to work for you, what's here beyond just the paycheck? And third, is this a place where I can find meaning in what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Do I believe in the mission of the organization?
Right.
In this industry, there's so many great stories to tell about how the dealerships contribute to the community. They're involved.
Yeah, of course.
The most philanthropic business in most markets.
Sure.
Right. The most involved locally. Small business, family run. These are things that really matter.
And don't you think it's important that if a dealer has got those success stories where they supported and they sponsored a dealer or somebody to become a dealer principal, and now that individual, they started in the wash rack, or they started as a salesperson or a service advisor, and today they're 15 or 20% owner of the family's Toyota store or Nissan, or whatever the case might be. Those stories need to be shared, right, with the applicants.
That's absolutely right. I mean, show me another industry where you can have take a high school education.
That's right.
And be an equity partner in a business.
That's right.
Doing really well.
Yeah.
7 to 10 years after you start.
I know.
I mean, this is the economic opportunity in this industry, I think, is the greatest undersold benefit of being in automotive retail.
That's right. That's right. So for the dealers, you know, on your first itemized list there of what candidates are looking for was schedule flexibility. A lot of dealers are still old school, right?
Sure.
They're baby boomers, and they're, you know what the schedule is. It's key to key, and you gotta be here if you want to succeed. And that doesn't cut it any longer, right? I mean, dealers, it's 2023. You need to wake up and give these people that are coming into your organization a livable schedule. And that's not 60 hours a week, right?
That's right. I mean, so we see dealers cut floor hours and get increased productivity and performance.
Sure, I totally could see that. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it makes sense.
And they get higher retention.
That's right.
They get more engagement.
That's right.
Right? You're off, I'm on the floor when I need to be.
Yeah.
Not because I have to be.
That's right.
Big difference.
That's right. What if I'm a female, and or maybe I'm a dealer that wants to bring more females into the industry? Females do a phenomenal job in this industry, although we still have a hard time attracting them into the retail automotive industry. What do I need to do? What are the key factors in specifically attracting more female candidates?
Number one, it's schedule flexibility.
Okay.
Today 1 to 10 sales professionals is female in this industry.
Okay.
And the turnover rate is still north of 90% in the first 12 months.
Wow.
It's
That's
because if you don't work with me
Right.
and the things that I have going on in my life,
Right.
I'm going to quit this job
Right.
if I can't attend to the things I need to attend to.
That's
That's
right.
men and women.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's,
That's right.
whoever's responsible, picking the kids up from school when they're
Sure.
sick.
Soccer games.
Handling things. I mean, people want
Yeah.
their life to have balance.
right.
And we don't have to operate in an environment where we're all standing around waiting for the next person to come in the door. That's not.
That's right.
The consumer doesn't want it, and the workforce doesn't want
That's
it. And
right.
we're
That's right.
the only industry that still operates that way.
Sure. If a dealer calls you and says, Adam, you've got a tremendous amount of experience, you're working with hundreds, if not thousands of dealers all over the country on this very topic, what do I need to offer female candidates that come in for a family leave? Let's say they want to start a family. They come in at 22 out of college or 24, what have you. They know they want to start a family. They're with the organization. What kind of compensation do I need to offer them? Is it a month? Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? In order to compete to get that great candidate in.
I will tell you what other employers are doing outside of automotive. On average, it's trending toward a month of paid time off.
A month of paid time off.
A month
Okay.
of paid time off.
Right. Okay.
There are some retail operators that will give 3 months.
Sure.
Or 6 months with a reduced pay or full pay.
Right.
It's happening right
Yeah.
now, and it doesn't matter if you listening think that's crazy. That's what's happening.
That's right.
It's happening in the market.
That's right.
Right now.
That's right.
Because the cost of turnover is far higher than the perceived cost of paying someone
Yeah.
to be supportive of their family when they need that.
That's right.
That's a much less expensive way to do business, and you build such loyalty.
No question. It's no longer about, what are you going to do, Mr. and Mrs. Candidate, for our organization. It's really, what are we going to be doing for you?
That's right. It's a partnership.
Before you ever know if they can even sell a car or handle an F&I operation or a service drive. It's really, that's what today's candidate's doing. They're shopping.
Right.
Right.
Right. Set an expectation of performance outcome.
Right.
And manage to the outcome. Don't manage how necessarily the hour inputs that require that outcome.
That's right. That's right.
Right? Pay for what you want. What you want are a number of units for every sales head you've got.
That's right.
Manage to that. You'd be surprised. Set the expectation of performance and let good people figure out how to make that happen. Right. It will happen.
Right, right. For dealers that are not as familiar with Hireology as we are here at CBT News, we appreciate all the great content over the years. What specifically are you bringing to the table? Is it a technology? Is it a software?
Yeah, Hireology is a software platform, and by the end of this year, we'll be in 5,000 new car franchise dealerships.
Wow.
Across the United States, all 50 states. It's a platform that gives dealers everything they need to be great at the hiring and onboarding process. It's everything that they need. Running their career site, connection to job boards, the ability to sponsor those jobs when they need extra traffic, the interviews, the testing, the drug and background screening, right? Everything you need in an increasingly automated fashion. Because, talk to any manager in any store. In most cases, their least favorite thing to do is put the hiring hat on.
No question about it.
But it's so critical.
That's right.
It's so critical.
When you talk to, and I was one of them, I was a sales manager that was responsible for 15, 20 salespeople and responsible for hiring them. That was part of my job. It is part of the job of many sales managers and GSMs. But I wasn't trained in how to do that. There was no training. I didn't go to an HR class or what have you. And looking back now, I'm like, wow, I hired hundreds of salespeople, and I didn't really know what I was doing at the time. All I did was hire the way I was hired.
What other area of the business do you let someone make decisions about 60% of your cost structure with no input or oversight?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, it's 60% of the cost structure.
Wow. Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, let's get Tommy over here. Get in there. Go ahead and handle it.
Exactly
we need 4 people, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to cut it in the future.
It's the greatest untapped performance improvement opportunity financially in a dealership. That's just getting this right.
That's right. I will say to dealers that are listening, this is an area that a lot of the conglomerates, a lot of the publicly traded companies have quickly got their hands around and said, look, if we're going to run 100 dealerships or 300 dealerships or 500 dealerships, we got to get this part right. I think what's cool about Hireology is that they level the playing field for you. They give you the technology and the software which enables you as a dealer to play in that same space, to attract that same talent and give you the same training and techniques to acquire that great talent that the big boys are getting, that the Auto Nations of the world, and Asbury and Sonics, because they're doing it. And I know they're also clients of yours, but that's what it's all about. So if this is an area that's near and dear to your heart, as it is with most dealers, as it was with me, give Adam a call and just have a discussion with him, because you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family's future in the business, and you really owe it to your bottom line. And of course, you definitely owe it to your associates. So Adam Robinson, thank you so much. It's always great catching up. This is a passion of mine.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
so,
it's fun.
We're going to change the world. So
there you go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching our special coverage of the 2023 NADA show. Join the #1 most watched newscast in the automotive industry. CBT News, 10 years strong. Subscribe today.